Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm back here with another video. Today we got season 2, episode 2 of Power, book 3, Raising Kanan. Now this episode, the plot moved along a little bit. And we got a lot to talk about. So let's get into it. Alright, so boom, first things first, Howard is gonna try to tell Kanan again that he's his father. I mean, I guess he didn't learn his lesson from the last time. Like, he almost died. And obviously, Rock does not want him to know. But he doesn't really care. I guess he just wants him to know the truth, as he should. So, I'm not really faulting him for that. But, like, at what cost is he willing to get the truth out? You know? Like, you know Kanan is not going to believe you. Not at first anyway. You know Rock has been telling him lies for years. What is he, 16 now? 16 years plus? Like, it's going to be rough. It's really going to be rough. And then when he said Kanan could not shoot, I was dying. And another thing with that little subject there, he said the same thing that I said last video. Kanan is not built for this life. Not yet. Again, I really am starting to become more intrigued on how and when he starts to turn up. Because he's not the Kanan that we all know and love. Not yet anyway, so. And knowing who both of his parents are, like, I'm really still confused on where he comes from. Because he doesn't act like his pop or his mom, so. I don't know. Yes, we gotta stay tuned. But next, Sneak is out and he's trying to build his empire, but everyone's gone. Literally everyone. They just recruited his, like, side man, like his main man, to Rock's team. I forgot his name, but y'all know the scene where they pretty much brought him in and told him what they wanted him to do, and they wanted him to work with them. You know, he was gonna be a valuable asset. Which they thought about it. They're not really taking him because they want him. They just taking him so that Neek can't have him. Which makes perfect sense. And from his perspective, why would he stay with Neek when Rock is running everything right now? He would literally have to build everything from the ground back up so that he could just eat. When he could go over there and they already thrive and they really got the streets on lock. So. And who was the Dean guy? Was that his supplier? I don't know who that was, but he went to him and he wouldn't help him out either. So he's searching, trying to find his way. And he's coming back with a vengeance because he kind of went out bad, honestly. They framed him for one of the things that he didn't do. All the things they could have got him on that he did do, they got him on something that he didn't do. So if I was him, I'd be mad too. But he's not going to stop anytime soon. And they need to be aware of that. But next, Amos is going through it. His sister's got a job in LA. She's leaving. His mom's kicked him out the crib. His mixtapes is still not selling. He got no bread. And his music is not doing well at all. So he got a lot of stuff on his plate right now, and it's not looking too good for him. But honestly, I think he's going to be a pivotal part in this show. I don't know why or how yet, but he's one of those reoccurring characters that he holds some weight. I don't know if he's going to end up popping somebody or if his music is actually going to take off and how it affects lose money, and then Kanan being his best friend. Like, it's a lot that could happen, but right now we seeing him at his lowest point. I just felt like I should touch on that because we're gonna definitely come back to this video and we're gonna say that I was right, that something important within the plot is going to happen and he's gonna be the centerpiece. Mark my words. But next, Jukebox. So I forgot her girlfriend's name, but we all know the one that died off the OD. her mom and her family, well, not even her family, just her mom, is trying to get Jukebox taken down for her death. Now, we know what happened, and we know what happened behind the scenes with Bert, pretty much helping her out, giving her a deal for her telling what actually happened. But the mom doesn't care. She wants Laverne to be held accountable. But the thing is, she doesn't even really care. I'm not gonna say she doesn't care, but she doesn't care as much of how she died. I think it's because she started to change before she died, and she started to kind of pull away from her parents, and she feels like that's the reason why she ended up dying. And she felt like Jukebox was a bad influence and stuff like that. And I think her seeing her kissing Jukebox, that really made her angry. So now that she knows Jukebox has some sort of involvement in the death, she wants her to take all the blame for it, instead of actually thinking about how much her daughter had to blame herself, you know, be accountable herself. She took the drugs on her own. You never even thought about that, but she wants Jukebox to go down for it. It's kind of rough, but she better watch her back about it. Juke better watch her back about it, because that white lady is not going to go away. But another side of Jukebox, she's trying to find her mom now, which is cool. It's cool. And I think this is going to add on to her, I don't want to say anger, but like tension that continues to build and build and build inside of her, which ended up making her the way that she is, or that we saw she was in power. Because like, imagine having one parent that doesn't accept you for who you are, and then another one that you feel doesn't want you at all, and doesn't know you. Like, that's kind of crazy. So again, we always see the monster at the end, but we never see what created the monster. So I like that aspect of the show, and they need to keep going deeper into Jukebox's character, because it's honestly one of the more interesting topics in the show. So, but next, killed my man Scrappy. They did him crazy. It's all because of Howard. Rock got paranoid, and she had her little investigation go on. Marvin went and investigated Scrap, and all the signs were pretty much pointing towards jealousy, envy. I want this, I want that. So it didn't look bad. I mean, it did look bad from a viewer's perspective, but if you actually think about it from a different perspective, why would he rat and then tell Marv how he actually feeling? It'll make him look even worse. So realistically, I think that's why Marv didn't really want to say, yeah, he definitely ratted. All the signs are pointing towards this, da-da-da. That's why he was hesitant. He wasn't really sure. So I guess Rock just said, no loose ends. Take him out. Like, and she told him to lay off the dice. She told him specifically to lay off the dice because they don't need no heat. But he didn't listen. Ultimately, he was his own demise. So you could say it's his fault. You could say they came out down a little too hard on him. But either way, it ended up with a bullet in his head. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But another thing, that whole situation, I kind of forgot that he was their main man, and then Kanan kind of just came in and just took all the attention away. Because he was doing good work for them. He literally lost the eye for them. And then, man, they just took him out like that. It's kind of wild. Kind of wild. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. I don't know what it is about this show, but a lot happens, and then I just, I'm just interested to see what's gonna happen next, honestly. So I'll just talk about a couple additional topics that I saw happen throughout the show. Who was this heavyset guy that came in and made the deal with Lou? Supposedly, I believe her name is Ziva or Zena or something like that. Her play uncle or whatever. Who was that and what was that about? That's my question. I didn't really understand what they were saying or what he wanted. But they did some type of business deal, and it seems like it's going to benefit both of them. Now it does. But is he going to take advantage of them? Or does he really just want a piece of the pie? It's interesting. And then how do y'all feel about Famous's sister? I believe her name is Jess, just up and leaving. Like, honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it. I would have did the same exact thing. What is there for her? Like, she's her brother's manager. And she only did that to kind of keep him in track. I think she liked the music, but she didn't really, like, care about being his manager. I think it was more like, I just want to be your big sister, and I don't want you to mess this up kind of thing. But like I said, I think she did enjoy the music. That's why she took that job in LA, which, again, I would have did the same exact thing. But she was doing my man's Lou dirty. She was cheating on him with other dude. I forgot his name, but y'all know Quincy's character. And yeah, how y'all feel about that? Again, I'm gonna say it for the last time, the third time. I would have did the same exact thing if I was her. The same exact thing. What else happened though? We already talked about Rock and Howard. Oh. Who is Unique's baby mom? I swear, she looks just like that Xena girl. Is that the same? If that's the same girl, that's crazy. But maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I'll have to watch the episode again. But who is that? Because she seems like she's about to be a big part of it too. If it is the same girl, okay, then I caught it. But if it isn't, she seems like she's about to play a role, an important role in this as well. So, something to look out for. But other than that, man, this was a good episode. It was smooth. Again, it moved the plot forward a little bit, kept me on my toes throughout most of the episode. So yeah. Other than that, that's going to end off this video. I'm not going to tell you to like, comment, share, or subscribe. Because if y'all rock with me, I'm going to do that anyway. And I'm going.